Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Fugitive group trying to destabilize the country, says the chief advisor in interview with BBC Bangla. Appellate Division stays verdict of High Court scrapping final results for appointments of assistant teachers in government primary schools. Chattogram City Corporation and District Administration conduct joint drives in Chattogram to control market of daily commodities during Ramadan. Appellate Division upholds High Court verdict equating BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia from Jia Charitable Trust draft case. And European leaders meeting in London on Ukraine crisis recommends 4 steps. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus said a fugitive group is trying to destabilize the country. The Chief Advisor made the remarks in an interview with BBC Bangla recently. The news outlet published the interview today. Responding to a question, the Chief Advisor claimed that the government eased the country's economy by turning around from the rubble-like situation. Dr. Yunus gave a positive message about the success of the country as well as the acceptance of the government in the international arena. The government has been able to gain confidence at home and abroad. Besides, the Chief Advisor also talked about the law and order situation of the country, national unity, international relations, reform activities, election roadmap, and Awami League's future in the country's politics.
পলাতক দল দেশ ছেড়ে চলে গেছে, তাদের নেতৃত্ব চলে গেছে, তারা সর্বাত্মক চেষ্টা করছে এটাকে আনসেটল করার জন্য। এটা তো সবসময় থ্রেট আছে, প্রতিক্ষণই আছে, প্রতি জায়গাতেই আছে। ধ্বংসাবশেষ থেকে এসেছিলাম, এখন একটা নতুন চেহারা আসছে, ভেসে উঠছে যে আমরা অর্থনীতি সহজ করেছি, দেশ বিদেশের আস্থা অর্জন করেছি। এটা তো পরিষ্কার, সারা দুনিয়ার আমরা আস্থা স্থাপন করতে পেরেছি। এটা কেউ প্রশ্ন করতে পারবে না যে না আপনি অমুক দেশের আস্থা অর্জন করতে পারেন নাই। যে দেশে বলুন তারা আমাদের উপর আস্থা স্থাপন করেছে, শুধু আস্থা স্থাপন করেছে না, বিপুলভাবে করেছে। তারা বলছে আমরা অতীতে যা করি না তার চাইতে বেশি করবো এখন, যেহেতু আমরা দেখছি যে এটা সুন্দরভাবে সরকার চলছে, সেই জন্যই তারা করছে। সবাই সমর্থন করছে, সবাই চাচ্ছে যে সুন্দরভাবে দেশ চলুক। তাদের মধ্যে ঐক্য আছে, সবার মধ্যে ঐক্য আছে। রাজনৈতিক বক্তব্যের মধ্যে অনেক তফাৎ আছে, কিন্তু তার মানে এই নয় তার ঐক্যের মধ্যে ফাটল ধরেছে, এরকম কোনো ঘটনা ঘটেনি। বাংলাদেশ ভারতের সম্পর্ক ভালো না থেকে উপায় নেই। আমাদের সম্পর্ক এত ঘনিষ্ঠ, আমাদের পরস্পরের উপর নির্ভরশীলতা এত বেশি, এবং আমাদের ঐতিহাসিকভাবে, রাজনৈতিকভাবে, আমাদের অর্থনৈতিকভাবে আমাদের সম্পর্ক এত ক্লোজ সম্পর্ক, সেটার থেকে আমরা বিচ্যুত হতে পারবো না। তবে মাঝখানে কিছু কিছু দ্বন্দ্ব দেখা দিয়েছে, আমি হচ্ছে মেঘ দেখা দিয়েছে। এই মেঘগুলো মোটামুটি এসছে অপপ্রচার থেকে। অপপ্রচারের সূত্র কারা সেটা অন্যরা বিচার করবে, কিন্তু এই অপপ্রচারের ফলে আমাদের সঙ্গে একটা ভুল বোঝাবুঝি হয়ে গেছে। সেই ভুল বোঝাবুঝির থেকে আমরা উত্তরণ করার চেষ্টা করছি, কিন্তু মূল সম্পর্কের মধ্যে কোনো, আমরা সবাই এই দেশের নাগরিক, আমাদের এই দেশের উপরে সমান অধিকার, আমরা সব ভাই ভাই, আমাদেরকে এই দেশেই বাঁচতে হবে, এ দেশকেই বড় করতে হবে। কাজে যে মত দল করবে তো বটে, সব কিছু করবে, কারো কোনো এই দেশ থেকে কেড়ে নেওয়ার, এদের তার অধিকার কেড়ে নেওয়ার কোনো উপায় নাই। কিন্তু যে অন্যায় করেছে, যার বিচার হওয়া উচিত তার বিচার হতে হবে, এটুকুই শুধু।
The Appellate Division stayed the verdict of the High Court that scrapped final results of 6,531 persons selected for appointments in the posts of assistant teachers in government primary schools. So there is no bar now in recruiting 6,531 teachers in Dhaka and Chattogram divisions. The 3-member bench of the Appellate Division, led by Senior Justice Ashraful Islam, gave the stay order today after a hearing on the leave to appeal filed by the Directorate of Primary Education. The Chattogram City Corporation and the District Administration conducted joint drives in Chattogram to control the market of daily commodities, including rice, pulse and oil, during the month of Ramadan. The drives were conducted in the city's wholesale market, Khatunganj, with the presence of City Mayor Dr. Shadat Hussain and Deputy Commissioner Farida Khanum today. The district administration will hold a meeting with the businessmen regarding this tomorrow. It has warned of taking legal action if the excessive price of edible oil is not reduced and the artificial crisis is not resolved, stating that there is adequate stock of daily necessities in the market on the occasion of Ramadan. The government said the import and supply system is being operated like every Ramadan. The Appellate Division upheld the High Court verdict that acquitted BNP chairperson Begum Khalida Zia from her 7-year jail sentence in Zia Charitable Trust graft case. The Appellate Division bench led by Justice Muhammad Ashfaqul Islam gave the verdict today. Earlier on November 27th last year, the High Court acquitted former Prime Minister Khalida Zia from her 7-year imprisonment in Zia Charitable Trust graft case. The state side and the Anti-Corruption Commission appealed against the verdict. In October 2018, the Special Judge Court sentenced BNP chairperson Begum Khalida Zia to 7-year rigorous imprisonment in Zia Charitable Trust graft case. The former Prime Minister got acquitted from all cases one after another through legal procedures after the political changeover on August 5th in 2024. BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khosru Mahmood Chaudhry said the sooner a democratic environment is restored in the country, the better it will be for the nation. He made the remarks today after paying tribute at the grave of BNP's founder, late President Ziaur Rahman, along with the newly elected leaders of the Bangladesh Tax Lawyers Association. BNP Vice Chairman Advocate Ahmed Ajam Khan and leaders of the Bangladesh Tax Lawyers Association were present on the occasion. Now, international news. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said today he would work with Europe to set terms for a possible peace deal to present to the United States after allies gathered in London pledged to spend more on security and assemble a coalition to defend any truce in Ukraine. The weekend crisis talks, which brought together 18 allies, came at a delicate moment for war-battered Ukraine, facing uncertain U.S. support and on the back foot against Russia's 3-year invasion. Days earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump berated Zelensky in front of the reporters at the White House, heightening fears he intends to force Kyiv into a peace deal that gives Russian President Vladimir Putin what he wants. But European leaders closed ranks in support of Kyiv, with Zelensky saying afterwards the summit cemented their commitment to work towards peace. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer likewise said that Britain, France and others would work with Ukraine on a plan to stop the fighting, which they would then put to Washington. And French President Emmanuel Macron, flying back from the summit, told Le Figaro newspaper that France and Britain wanted to propose a partial 1-month truce in the air, at sea and on energy infrastructure. Starmer and Macron have said they are prepared to deploy British and French troops to Ukraine to help preserve any truce. Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara issued a decree to form a committee of experts tasked with drafting a constitutional declaration for the country's transitional phase following the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad's regime. According to the decree, the committee will be responsible for drafting the constitutional declaration, which will organize Syria's transitional phase. It is expected to submit its proposal to the president. The Syrian presidency noted that the decision was made in line with the aspirations of the Syrian people to build their state on the foundations of the rule of law and based on the outcomes of the Syrian National Dialogue Conference. The aim is to establish a legal framework for the transitional period. Assad, Syria's leader for nearly 25 years, fled to Russia on December 8 last year, ending the Ba'ath Party's regime, which had been in power since 1963.